After 19 laps of wheel-to-wheel warfare on the 5.451-kilometer Shanghai International Circuit, one fact is undeniable. George Russell's Mercedes didn't just win the 2026 Shanghai Sprint, it exposed Ferrari's power unit nightmare in real time. Russell held off Charles Leclerc by a razor-thin 0.674 seconds. Hamilton finished third, 2.554 seconds adrift. They traded the lead 4 times in the first 5 laps alone. Hamilton surged from 4th on the grid, stole the lead at turn 9, and forced Russell into desperate battery deploy moves at turn 14. But the moment Hamilton's left front tire started graining, the race flipped. The telemetry tells the real story. Mercedes bled just 8 km per hour on the 1.2 km back straight. Ferrari lost 18 km per hour. Hamilton, on identical power settings to Leclerc, suddenly dropped 0.8 a lap once his front tire overheated. Why did Russell's car stay immune while Hamilton's podium hopes melted? Driver technique, chassis tweak, or something coded into the new 2026 regulations? Behind the scenes in Geneva, a brutal regulatory war is raging. Mercedes has perfected an energy recovery system that harvests a full 9 megajoules per lap on Shanghai's straights, 2 megajoules above the agreed baseline Ferrari is stuck with. The FIA knows it. The other manufacturers know it. Mercedes is fighting to keep the loophole open, calling it circuit-specific. Ferrari, backed by the Italian Federation, is demanding an immediate cap at 7 megajoules everywhere. This isn't about one sprint. This political knife fight will decide the next 18 months of the championship. If Mercedes wins the battle, we could be looking at a silver arrow dynasty that makes 2014 to 2020 look like a warm-up lap. While the factory cars traded paint at the front, 2 smaller teams pulled a tactical masterstroke. Liam Lawson in the Racing Bulls and Lawson Bearman at Haas stayed out on hard compound tires during the late safety car triggered by Nico Hülkenberg's Audi retirement. Everyone else in the top 6 pitted. Lawson and Bearman didn't. Under the new 2026 rules, slower degradation on hards and reduced downforce, track position beat raw pace. They emerged 7th and 8th, stealing points most expected them to finish outside the top 10. That one call just became the midfield blueprint. And then there's Lewis Hamilton, the 7-time champion, now in red, rocketed from 4th to the lead in the first 300 meters, only to watch his left front tire grain into oblivion after 4 lead changes in 5 laps. By lap 8, Leclerc had passed him with the radio line that still echoes in the Ferrari garage. Does he know how wide these cars are? Hamilton dropped to 3rd after Ferrari's desperate double stack. The house of silence in the Ferrari motorhome says everything. How much patience does the GOAT have left when victory was in his grasp and the car he once dominated now humiliates him? What almost nobody outside the FIA technical department knows is a secret contingency document called Power Balance Protocol 2026-3 has been sitting in a Paris drawer since pre-season. If any manufacturer's energy recovery system proves more than 1.5 megajoules superior on any circuit, the FIA can slam an emergency cap mid-season without a vote. Mercedes would lose straight-line speed overnight. Ferrari would suddenly get rocket fuel. Red Bull, they're already 11 kilometers per hour down. Irrelevant. Shanghai wasn't just a sprint, it was the first grand battle in the 2026 power unit apocalypse. Russell carries the championship lead and the nuclear Mercedes ERS advantage into Sunday's Grand Prix. Ferrari's political machine is already mobilizing to neuter that weapon before lights out. Hamilton sits wondering how much longer he can stomach podiums against his old team. The midfield underdogs proved tire strategy and guts can still steal points, and the FIA's secret Plan B sits ready to detonate the grid if Mercedes' dominance becomes obscene. Will the FIA press that emergency button before Sunday and hand Ferrari the straight-line speed they crave? Will Russell's perfect start turn into a nightmare overnight? Can Hamilton swallow another defeat without exploding? Will Max Verstappen, 9th today after everything went wrong, finally find his car? Or is this the beginning of the end of his title defense? When the full Grand Prix data hits the FIA desk, will we still be watching racing or a regulatory execution? This is the paddock. The truth is never on the timing screen. See you after lights out.